Welcome back to the coin world, old coin review and value. Today, we're diving into the captivating story of a coin that's often overlooked but holds a unique place in American history, the 1946 wheat penny. You may have seen it in your pocket change, or perhaps it's sitting in an old coin jar. But what if I told you that some 1946 wheat pennies are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars? Stick around as we uncover the incredible backstory, rare varieties, market values, and hidden secrets of this classic post-war coin. The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny was minted right after the end of World War II, a significant period in U.S. history marked by hope, rebuilding, and economic transition. During World War II, the U.S. Mint had experimented with alternative metals due to the war effort, most notably issuing the 1943 steel penny to save copper for ammunition. By 1946, copper had returned to the coinage mix, restoring the familiar reddish-brown hue of the coal penny. President Abraham Lincoln's portrait remained firmly on the obverse, a design first introduced in 1909 to mark his 100th birthday. On the reverse, two stylized wheat stalks framed the phrase, 1 cent, a design created by Victor David Brenner. Brenner's iconic design had endured through to world wars and remained unchanged until 1959, when the Lincoln Memorial reverse replaced the wheat years. The 1946 penny marks the first full year after the end of World War II, and its production numbers reflect the post-war optimism and increased mint activity. It's a coin that encapsulates an era marking the transition from wartime sacrifice to peacetime prosperity in American society. In total, over 1.5 billion Lincoln wheat pennies were struck in 1946, making it a very common year for circulation coins. These coins were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. The Philadelphia Mint produced the most, over 991 million coins, making this the most common variety. Denver followed with around 315 million coins, while San Francisco produced about 198 million. While none of these mintage numbers suggest rarity, the value lies in condition, errors, and special characteristics. A coin from the Denver or San Francisco mint in pristine condition can fetch a premium over its face value. Collectors especially prize coins in mint state MS grades and uncirculated rolls, which are becoming increasingly harder to find. The 1946 wheat penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Returned to the traditional pre-war alloy, it weighs 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19 millimeters, and features a plain edge. Over time, copper coins tend to tone from their original red color to brown or a mix of red and brown, affecting their market value. Red mint state coins, those that retain nearly all their original luster, are the most valuable to collectors. Now let's talk about what makes certain 1946 wheat pennies worth real money: varieties and mint errors. One of the most famous types is the 1946 DSRPM, a Denver mint mark struck over a San Francisco mint mark. This rare error is sought after by specialists. Double dia versus DDO have also been discovered, though they are subtle and require close inspection, often under magnification. Off-center strikes are another valuable error type. These occur when the coin isn't aligned properly during striking, creating a lopsided design. Die cracks, cuts, and clipped plankets also appear on some 1946 wheat pennies and can raise a coin's value significantly. Another rare and unique piece is a 1946 penny accidentally struck on a silver dime planchet, an extremely rare error worth thousands. Keep in mind, condition plays a major role. A rare error in poor shape may still be outpaced by a flawless mint state coin in value. Collectors and dealers use coin grading services like PCGs and NGC to authenticate and grade these pieces, ensuring fair market assessments. So how much is a 1946 wheat penny worth today? A circulated Philadelphia penny is usually worth between 5 and 20 cents depending on where. A mint state MS65 Philadelphia penny can fetch $5 to $15, while a red MS67 can go for over $150. Denver and San Francisco versions in high grades command even more, with MS67 road examples fetching between $200 and $1,000 at auction. Error coins, like the DSRPM or off-metal strikes, have sold for over $5,000 depending on condition and rarity. Collecting 1946 wheat pennies is a favorite starting point for beginners due to the coin's affordability and historical relevance. Advanced collectors seek full mint sets or specialize in era varieties from this year. The coin's post-war backstory and classic design make it an attractive addition to any numismatic collection. Finding a bright red, high-grade 1946 penny can be a challenge today, especially after decades of circulation and oxidation. That's why even a seemingly common coin like the 1946 penny can become a treasure in the right condition or with the right era. In conclusion, the 1946 wheat penny isn't just another copper coin, it's a snapshot of post-war America, a tribute to Lincoln, and a canvas for minting history. Whether you're searching through pocket change, coin rolls, or inherited collections, keep an eye out for this special penny. Remember, its value isn't just monetary, it tells the story of a nation recovering and rebuilding, 1 cent at a time. Absolutely. Here are 25 additional historical paragraphs to extend your YouTube script on the 1946 wheat penny, focusing deeply on its historical, economic, and cultural background during the post-World War II era. The year 1946 was a turning point, not just for coinage but for America as a whole. The war had just ended in 1945, and 1946 marked the first full year of peacetime for millions of Americans. Soldiers returned home from Europe and the Pacific, reuniting with families and seeking to rebuild normal lives, often starting with jobs, education, and homes. This period was the dawn of the baby boom, and with it came economic growth, consumer demand, and expansion of the middle class. In this environment, the U.S. Mint ramped up production of coins like the 1946 penny to meet the growing need for everyday transactions. Inflation and war-related price controls had affected the economy during the early 1940s, but by 1946, those controls were being lifted. The copper used in the 1946 penny, once strictly regulated for military use, was now more readily available for civilian production, including coinage. Interestingly, many Americans still remembered the odd, gray-colored steel pennies from 1943, which had confused people due to their similarity to dimes. Returning to the familiar copper coin in 1946 brought a sense of comfort and normalcy to the American public. The penny was more than just currency, it was a symbol of stability during an uncertain time. As a result, the 1946 Lincoln cent became one of the most widely distributed and circulated coins of the decade. Victor David Brenner, as wheat reverse, still in use in 1946, had become a staple of U.S. The use of wheat stocks symbolized American agricultural strength and prosperity, a fitting message during this recovery period. On the obverse, Lincoln's solemn, dignified profile resonated strongly with Americans still mourning the cost of war. By 1946, Lincoln's legacy as a unifier during a national crisis took on renewed meaning. As the country worked to reunify socially and economically, that year, President Harry Truman was in office, navigating post-war diplomacy and laying the foundation for the Marshall Plan. American coinage, including the penny, reflected the country's values: equality, freedom, and perseverance even in its smallest denomination. The penny's mottos, "In God We Trust" and "E Pluribus Unum," took on heightened significance during this transitional era. The 1946 penny quietly circulated through the hands of factory workers, farmers, children, and merchants, all part of a growing economy. It was common for children in the 1940s and 50s to begin their first coin collections with wheat pennies, often starting with coins like the 1946. Many Americans kept jars and boxes of these pennies at home, unknowingly preserving valuable pieces of history. Coin collecting surged in popularity in the post-war years, and the 1946 penny became a key date in many early collections. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.